welcome to our channel. So in today's quality control lectures, we're going to discuss about letrozole tablets. Letrozole tablets are generally available in strength like 2.5 mg, and for general information, we are mainly dealing with the quality control. So just for your information, this tablet is used for the treatment of breast cancer. So we are particularly focusing on one aspect of the quality control or different testing, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about TLC of letrozole. How TLC of letrozole is being conducted. So mainly we are going to discuss about that. So all the information you can see on the British Pharmacopoeia. All the information is derived from that. And first, if we are going to conduct the TLC, like before conducting TLC or any of the analysis of the quality control, we will split the, any analysis for any medicine is split into two ways. Like there are certain physical tests, testing, and some like HPLC, and then UV, IR. These types of tests are also being done, like MS is sometimes also being done on some tablets. So physical testing, we are mainly focused on their average weight. We are focusing on their disintegration, time taken to disintegrate. We are focused on their hardness. Sometimes we also check the friability, and sometimes we are also going to check most of the time like uniformity of mass. So these are the some things, like these are done as a part of the physical testing of any medicines. Then HPLC, UV, IR, MS, TLC. TLC is also considered as the physical testing. So that's the complex level of physical tests that are being used. So mainly we are focused in today's lecture. We will be discussing about how the TLC is being conducted for the letrozole. So first I will show you one. There's the TLC chamber that is being used. So if you are working in a quality control, you will see these types of chambers, and there is specific instrument number for every instrument that you are using. So it must contain, that's the TLC chamber. You will place your mobile phase here, and then TLC plate here, and then you conduct the analysis. I will show you like how this process is being done and everything. Before going into the depth, like how the mobile phase is prepared and other things, I will give you a brief introduction, and then we will move on to the specific instruction for the letrozole. So letrozole analysis, if you are doing TLC, yes, thinly I will write over here. So if you are doing TLC, what are the basic things that you need to understand? Like testing of any medicines, testing of any tablet, there are certain criteria that need to be met before doing TLC. So some of the basic things for doing TLC are, first of all, you need to prepare mobile phase, and different medicines have different mobile phase, so you have to check mobile phase preparation that is according to specification. Like if a medicine is released by one company, so they release their specification, so you need to do the TLC according to that specification, and you have to take those specific solvent for the mobile phase. Then you will kept the mobile phase and in the chamber, like I have mentioned here. Here is the TLC chamber. So before doing like any other analysis or anything, you can keep this mobile phase in this TLC chamber. I will remove this one, TLC plate. So you will place it here and then close the lid. This is done sometimes with this tissue here just to saturate the whole chamber with the mobile phase. Then what you need to do, first thing is to prepare the mobile phase, and then the other things comes. Then there is a preparation for, you have to take diluent. Diluent is a, we'll say that is a liquid or a mixture of liquids, or we can say the solvent that is being used to dilute our standard or our sample. So basically when you are preparing there's the fourth step is standard preparation. So for standard preparation, all the things like which standard you have to use, so you have to check with the specification, whatever the specification they have given, you have to check the specification how much of the standard you need to take in how many ml flask and how much of the diluent or the solvent is being used to dilute that standard. So everything you have to check according to the specification, and different clients have different specifications, so you have to follow the specification. Then there is sample preparation. That's the general things that you need to follow for every TLC that you are conducting. So there is standard, there is sample, there is diluent, there is mobile phase. So you have prepared the mobile phase at the first stage to dilute it. So in the meanwhile, what you can do is you can prepare your diluent, you can prepare your standard solution, you can prepare your sample. So after doing all these things, so you have to follow according to the specification, whatever I am mentioning many times, like you have to follow instructions. There's TLC. If you're doing TLC for, let's say, Letrozole, but there's the one company, so you have to check according to specification, according to the manufacturing company, so follow accordingly. Then what you need to do is when you are done with these things, then you will come up and spot your TLC plate. So I will show you one, like there's the British Pharmacopoeia, there's the Letrozole tablets, and if you see the chromatogram here, they have like mentioned these, you can see these spots. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. So you can see they have mentioned the first spot is a blank, then 2, 5 and 8. Where is 2? This is 2, this is 5, and this is 8. These are standard solution. They have spotted here, here and here with the standard solutions. Then 3, this is 3, 4, 6 and 7. These are spotted with a sample solution like letrozole tablets. So what you can see is this, the RF, how RF is calculated. So RF is basically distance travel by the or we can say that the standard art sample. So I will write here distance traveled by sample, either it's sample or standard, divided by distance traveled by solvent. Solvent, or particularly we can say that mobile phase. So according to the specification, for if you're doing for letrozole, so RF would be 0.47, 0.47. So that would be our value. Like we have to check the distance, how much distance is being traveled and how much distance traveled by the solvent, and then travel by the sample or standard, then the solvent. So you will get a value, that's the R factor. So you can see that there's the 2. If you can go to 2, there's our standard solution, and this the 7 is under 7, and for the 7 is the sample. So you can see that the both RF values for like standard and sample are matching. There's a both 0.47. So if the values are coming like that, so your TLC is passing. The so the letrozole medicine that you're testing is passing the TLC test if the mobile phase, if the RF values is this. So there are some things like they will mention plus minus some points they will be mentioned in the specification. So in preparation, like which TLC plate you have to use. So every specification specify that thing. So if you are going to that specification, that's the British Pharmacopoeia. So their TLC plate, so they will mention that which TLC plate you have to use. Then preconditioning, they have said like no precondition. Diluent is methanol. Diluent is just something that is being used to dilute the sample. Then our mobile phase is methanol, ethyl acetate. 1:9 means if you are using 10 ml of methanol, so you have to use 90 ml of ethyl acetate. So that would be volume. So that would be 10 ml and 90 ml. Then there's a band application. So this band size is like 5 microliter. So the spotting is at the first, if you see the chromatogram, so there are different spots like here. So that's the spotting. You have to spot like 5 microliter of your test solution, standard solution or your sample. Then the chamber saturation that I mentioned, like here the TLC chamber. So you will place your mobile phase here, then close it here. Then for that you need to do for 60 minutes at least to saturate that sample. Then the development would be like 150 millimeter. Then the development time is 35. So we place the when you place your TLC plate in this chamber, that would be done in approximately here at the specification 35 minutes drying time, and when you remove that sample that would be 15 minutes. Then visualization UV and they specify that 254 nanometer. So these are the specific conditions that you have to done TLC of letrozole under different conditions. So that's all about like TLC, how the mobile phase is being prepared, how the other things are being prepared. So if you have any question regarding this one, you can ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching.